In this video, I want to talk about how to overcome a fear of failure when starting your own business. Hey, what's up? I'm Mark Terabellini, and I'm all about achieving financial independence through real estate investing and online business. So if you're new to the channel and you're looking to achieve financial freedom for yourself, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. It really does help me out, and I'll keep cranking out these videos. So to me, a fear of failure is rooted in the risk of the unknown and the possible consequences. It could be like shame or judgment or things of that nature. These feelings can stem from a number of different sources, but I wanted to cover three possibilities here. So the first one could be very critical parents. So if you're expected to get, A's and attend this college and get this career, all these expectations, and if you didn't reach them, got judged or criticized or blamed or whatever, that kind of pushes you to seek their reassurance in life, and that behavior is going to carry forward and not serve you very well later on in life. The second possibility is perfectionism, and that's where everything has to be absolutely perfect. There's no room for error, because if there's an error and someone finds out, that could be potentially humiliating, and people could judge you, and that's a feeling that you don't particularly like. The third one here is basically a fragile ego, and these are kind of tied together to some degree. But you can't risk damaging your ego. If someone judges you or something like that, it means that you're basically pulling validation from others. If someone says something negative about you, you kind of internalize that, and that's a fear of yours, instead of pulling the validation from yourself and saying, no, that's that person's opinion, I have my own opinion, and kind of shield them out. So it's basically a fear of damaging your ego. The thing is, a fear of failure really holds you back. It stifles growth. It lowers your potential. And, every time you give in to your fear, the fear grows stronger and it becomes more and more difficult to overcome it. I believe everyone has a fear of failure to some degree, but I want to give you some tools to help you manage that fear. Number one is to become self-aware and identify the source of the fear. Is it because you had very critical parents? Are you very much of a perfectionist, or you can't take the criticism? Really understand where that fear is based from. Number two is to detail the best possible outcome. Let's say you had zero fear of failure. You knew you were going to succeed. And so what would that look like? Really detail it. It's like, okay, is it going to be, a successful business, better family life, vacations, whatever it is, really detail the best possible life you could have by no fear of failure in this particular area. Number three is I want you to detail the worst possible outcome. If you succumb to your fears and you do not take action, what does your life look like? What do you feel like when you reach the end of your life? Are you filled with regrets and bitterness, or what's your life look like? Really detail that out specifically for a contrast between best possible outcome and worst possible outcome. Number four is crucial here, and that is to reframe failure. Most people look at failure as something bad, negative, something you do not want. But you actually want to reframe that as something positive, something good. It is meaning that you're growing, you're learning, you're improving. Failure is a part of life, and we've all done it, ever since we were kids. If you're learning how to walk, you fell over a million times before you started walking, and then you started running. Failure is just a part of life, and you need to accept that it is a good thing, because you're making progress and growth in the right direction. Number five is to create a plan. You need to start thinking positively and start creating an action plan towards your goal. So that's going to be, if you're starting a business, it's going to be buying that domain name, or let's say, finding a mentor to help you out. If you're going to invest in real estate, finding a realtor, talking to a lender, all these different things. Start taking, steps and taking action towards your goal to get the momentum going. And that's what's key here, is once you take that first step, the second step, it starts getting easier and easier and easier, and that fear diminishes, further back, and then eventually it's not really that big of an issue. Personally, I used to have a massive fear of failure, and it started years ago when I was learning about, digital marketing and real estate investing and things like that. And I really wanted to create some kind of an online business, and I didn't know where to start, so I just created a blog. And creating that blog was so difficult for me, because it's like, well, what if I put in all this time, I write all these articles, and it's not successful? I was so focused on that outcome of being successful. It has to be successful, that perfectionism, right? And so instead of focusing on that, it's like, okay, well, if I don't focus on that, what can I learn in the process? Well, I can become a better writer. The things I learn, I can write down and internalize them and understand them better. And who knows what else I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn about search engine optimization and, running a website on WordPress, and, all the different things that are involved with a website and an online business and things like that. So it was just the start, and it led to building friendships and my network, and, just a ton of different things. And that's all started from this one blog. And my willingness to let go of that fear and embrace growth. So that's what I wanted to communicate in this video, because it is a life-changing mind shift, and it really can change your life. So if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.